to a yes. You're getting closer. Trust me, you will win if you don't quit. You will win if you don't quit. Even a broke clock is right twice a day. The investment of belief in people, sowing seeds of belief. That's what makes you a leader. People say, what makes me a leader? Makes you a leader is your example. What makes you a leader is you're investing belief and loving and caring about people. Any one of you in this decide you're going to lead. Because leadership is instilling something in someone. Don't see in themselves. Love it on them, believe in them, seeing their giftedness. All of you, I don't care if you're loud or quiet, big here or small here, you could be a leader. The bottom line is you need to decide you want to lead. You've got to be willing to suffer for your vision. You've got to be willing to suffer to reach BIW, best in the world. You've got to be willing to suffer the ridicule and laughter of your critics and your cynics to get to a place called world class. My message, it's a challenge, but it's opportunity. And it's the opportunity for people like us.
I've never met a person who was not successful that didn't have a great amount of self-discipline within their life. Self-discipline and being able to perform and
Yes, guys. All right, let's get started right about now. So, how are you doing today? How is your weekend going, guys? I hope you all are having a great and lovely weekend. All right. So, if you can hear me, for those that just joined us, if you can hear me, please put in 333 in the chat box. Everybody, if you can hear me, please let's type in 3 in the chat. Type in 3 in the chat box if you can hear me. Okay. So I assume right now you all have your pen and paper with you. So that is my assumption right now. I assume you have your pen and paper right beside you. Today is going to be a great, great day for us, guys. Okay. It's getting really, really interesting, and it's going to continue to be interesting. Okay. So guys, let me quickly give us a few words of advice. So for those of you who have been using the King strategy, be truthful with to yourself. If you have been using the King strategy lately, and if you have been following on our analysis on our YouTube channel, type in yes in the chat. If you have been following all our analysis in the channel, type in yes in the chat. Type in yes in the chat if you have been following our analysis and you have been using the strategy. Type in yes in the chat. Just be truthful to yourself. Okay, I have one person. Do I have any other person using the strategy? I said if you have been using the strategy or you have been following our analysis on our YouTube channel, please type in yes in the chat. Okay, seems we have only one person. Okay, 2 people right now. Okay, so without much being said, let's get started, guys. It's going to be really, really amazing. So the King strategy has been delivering, and it will continue to deliver, guys. This is an awesome strategy which I delivered a couple of years ago, and I have upgraded this strategy 3 times. Okay, and the upgrade we are adding to it today will be the 4th upgrade. All right, and this upgrade has been back tested. Okay, it has been back tested, and we have traded this upgrade on live accounts for 1 month, and it yielded a good result. So that is why we are confident to bring this to you guys. But before I go deeper in this, guys, it is important for me to let you guys know that forex is a business, okay? And you need to treat this as a business. You do not want to have the mindset of a gambler once you are going into the market, all right? And if you think you can come into the forex market to scam the market, you will be the one that will be scammed. I tell you, and I'm telling you this based on my wide years of experience, okay? So whatever market gives you, you have to accept it. You don't want to be greedy and follow any strategy you are using. Follow the rules judiciously. That is the way you can harness the opportunity in this business and continue to make money day in, day out. All right. So this is a strategy that has been working for over 3 years, and it will continue to deliver. All right. And the upgrade we have included in this strategy has been a good one. And the fourth one we have included, this is just to give the newbies, most especially the newbies and those who do not know, who cannot recognize the candlestick pattern. So this upgrade will give you the opportunity to trade even without the recognition of the candlestick pattern. All right. So guys, I'm so happy to have you guys in today's class, and you're going to learn a lot of things. Trust me. And at the end of this, this class, I am going to give you guys an opportunity so that you don't get to miss a trade based on this strategy, because the report I received from a lot of people, which is what I also experienced, is that if you are looking forward to take a trade, before you know it, the cross has happened and market has already released some of the pips. So a lot of people are missing good trades opportunity. So I have come with a solution for that, where you will be notified once the cross is about to happen, or immediately it's happened, based on the 2 EMAs. All right. So this is an offer I'm going to chip in before I end this session, guys. So this is going to be interesting, and I'm not going to take much of our time today. Trust me, our weekend training is between 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes. It's between 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes, and within that period, you're going to learn a lot of things today. Take it out. I'll do it later. All right. So guys, permit me to introduce something really big to you guys. All right. Something really big to you guys. I hope you can see. I hope you guys can see my flyer. This is another opportunity that is coming to those of you who want to earn extra payment. Okay. We are officially launching this today. Okay. King FX Trading Mastery Affiliates and Partnership Program. So if you want to be our partner, you are welcome. All right. We have a lot of programs in place, which if you become our affiliate, you can be earning extra income with this every month, guys. Okay. So for those who are interested to be our affiliate, you want to chat with the admin right after the training. All right. So to become our affiliate is very simple. It's a very simple program, simple thing you need to do. You just need to refer 5 people under you at a go. Once those people comes on board and sign up for a time, then you automatically become our affiliate. All right. So as our affiliate, you have the opportunity to create your own group. Okay. So you can create your own group, have people under you. Then once you have a training, the odd thing, you get paid. Okay, that is it. And the moment they join us once, and you get paid forever. Okay, because of our time, if you are interested, you can chat the admin up right after the training for a proper discussion. And trust me, we have a lot of things to offer the affiliate and partnership program. So become our partners. You're going to get open to a lot of things. Okay, aside from being an ordinary student. So this is going to earn you passive income. The income you're going to get is going to be different from the money you're going to make uh, from your either forex or binary trading. So this is going to be a side income. So based on our analysis and the series of program we will be rolling in later on, which is something that we continue every month. If you have up to 20 or 30 people under you, this can give you up to $100 or $350 every month. Okay, so guys, this is going to be an amazing offer for you. So we only need few people to become our affiliates. We don't just want a lot of people. So the first set of people that comes in, if we hit the number we want based on the partnership offer, then we are going to close the door for the partnership. So for those of you who are really interested, you belong to a large group of people that you can talk to them, let them come and learn. We will give them a good orientation about what online trading is all about. Even those who do not know anything at all, we will give them a good orientation before they even attend any training. So if they are willing, during the presentation, they will get to know that. Okay, so do you belong to either any group or church, whatever, your mosque organization, your church organization, your vicinity organization, and you have a post, you can talk to them, have a group, let them be under you. Then we train them, we give them series of education, and by the grace of God, they are going to be profitable. And the more they are profitable, the more they stick to you. And the more they stick to you, the more you make money. All right. So that is it, guys. So if you are really interested, to be candid, we are only looking for 10 affiliates, and 3 slots is already gone. Even before today, 3 slots is already gone. But we are just launching it right now. So for those of you who are interested, chat with the admin right after the training, so we can have a good discussion on how you can go about it. This is just a brief explanation to let you know how it works, so we can guide you properly on how you can grow your own group, guys. All right. So guys, this is an opportunity. You can only become wealthy when you have multiple streams of income, guys. Trust me, that is the way the wealthy place. The wealthy are making money. They have streams of income. So if you have multiple streams of income, that is when you become wealthy. When your income is more than your expenditure. So this is one of the opportunities you can harness. So and the more people you have under you, you will continue to get 30% on them forever. In as much as they subscribe to any program in a month, you continue to get 30% on that particular student. Okay, your job is just to refer them once to join, become a paid member. Once they become a paid member and they keep rolling in every month for any of our program that can keep generating them money. So you keep getting your 30% on such students, and this is a lifetime. Okay, because the goal is to help 5,000 families. So put uh put it upon yourself, go around, tell people, let them know what is happening. So bring them on board, let them be under you. So you are going to be in total control of your people. So it is not really compulsory they join our group, but if they join, it is also a plus to them. Either they join or not, we have a way to filter those who will be under you. Okay, so that we don't get things mixed up. So we have the plans in place already, guys. So this is an opportunity for you. If you are really interested, chat the admin right after the training, so then we can get started with or everything you need to uh what you need to do, and we will guide you how to go about it, how you can grow more. All right. So you just need to kickstart the engine, then the rest profit will start rolling in the next couple of days or months. All right. So start it now, then you start earning for the rest of your life. So remember, we have few slot space available, and trust me, and that is the truth. All right. So thank you so much for that. So we are officially launching the King FX Trading Mastery affiliate and partnership program right now. Refer once and get paid forever. So thank you so much, guys, on that. Let's go back to our training today. So for those who are interested, remember to chat the admin. All right. So guys, I hope I have not bored you with the story concerning the affiliate. Okay, that is another way you can grow, and that is another way we can grow together. That is another way you can help a lot of families. All right, if people become wealthy through you, your name will forever be in their good book. So you will be in their good book forever. So that is the only way you can help them if you cannot give them money. Important for you to teach them how to fish rather than giving them a fish. So when you teach them how to fish, you will only enjoy the fish you also you are able to pick in the streams yourself. But if you don't teach them how to fish, the little fish you kill by yourself, they will still come and ask you from it. And I trust you will want to give it to them. So, and that may not be enough for you. So when you teach them how to fish, it will be very easy for them to go into the stream and all by themselves, because you have shown them the way. All right. I hope that is very clear and understood, guys. So the king strategy, here we comes. Here we comes. This is if you have not been using this strategy, guys, I want to beseech you from today. If you don't have a particular strategy you are using, okay, you want to adopt this strategy. You want to use this strategy. This strategy is a bomb. Okay, when you get to know more about this strategy, is to continue to give you at least nothing minimum on a worst case. In a week, you will get 10% to 15% in a week on a worst case. So there are weeks that you can get up to 30-40% with this strategy. 30% or 40% profit with this strategy in a week. But on a worst case, you can get 10%. So you will agree with me that no business can give you 10% profit in a week. Okay, no business and no bank, sorry, I said no business, no bank can give you 10% profit in a week. All right. So for those of you who are jumping from one strategy to the other, please, you want to stop that right from this moment. Okay, I am not saying you should use this strategy compulsorily, but this is a very good strategy for those of you who do not have a consistent strategy. All right. So now let's get back to business. All right. So let's start afresh. Let's start afresh. So for those who do not understand, let's start afresh. Okay. All right, guys. So for those of you who do not have the do not know the parameter, let me share my notepad with you so you can understand some of it. Though we are using uh 4 indicators. Okay, the first indicators we are using is exponential moving average. Okay, exponential moving average 120 period. All right. And the next one we are using is exponential moving average, which is EMA We are using period 12. Period 12. Okay. And the third one is EMA. EMA stands for exponential moving average. All right. So it's the short letter of this. All right. So the next EMA we are using is period 5. Exponential moving average period 5. So we are using period 120, period 12, and period 5. All right. So the next one we are going to use is RSI. Okay. RSI. We are using level 21. All right. Level 21, guys. You may want to jot this down. Level 21. Okay. So these are the default indicators. But in our outbreak, we have added another indicator to it, stochastic indicator. All right. So we are using 1433. Okay. 1433. So I'll be bringing this one after the other so we can see, then we can follow the signal rules one after the other. So you want to jot everything down one after the other. So this is an opportunity for those of you who do not understand the strategy very well. This is an opportunity for you to understand the strategy, and it is an opportunity for you to learn the new upgrade as well. Okay. So I hope this is very, very clear. So if you are with me on the same page, please smash in 222 in the chat. If you are following me and we are with me on the same page, type in 222 in the chat, everybody. Drop in 222 in the chat. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's go back to the MT4. All right. So we start bringing the indicators one after the other. So the first indicator we want to bring out is EMA 120, moving average 120. All right. So as you can see here, this is the period. You want to type in 120. Remember, we are using period 120, EMA 120. So on the MA method, you want to select exponential. We are not using simple. We are not using smoothed. We are not using linear weighted. We are using exponential. So you make sure it's exponential. All right. Then apply to close. Okay. So you want to use any color you like to represent each of the EMA. But for the 120, I like to choose red. All right. So for this, let's launch it. This is our 120 exponential moving average. So for those of you who do not know, this is used to determine the trend. All right. The 120 EMA is used to determine the trend. So this is how it works. Once price is below, once price and candles are below the 120 moving average, which is the red line, so you want to look for sell. All right. But once price and candles are above the 120 moving average, you want to look for buy. I hope you're following. So in the case like this, you want to look for sell entry alone. In this case like this, okay? In this case like this, in this area, we look for sell entry alone. All right. But in this case, okay, in the case like this, we want to look for buy. So once it is above the candle, you look for buy. Once it's below the candle, sorry, once the 120 MA is above the candle, you look for sell. All right. You look for sell. Once it's above the candle, you look for sell. You look for sell once it's above the candle. And once it's below the candle, you look for buy. I hope that is clear, guys. Look for buy once the 120 MA is below the candle. Look for sell once the 120 MA is above the candle. So that is it. So this is used to determine the trend. So let's bring in the next EMA. So let's bring in the 12. Okay, next thing I'm going to bring is the 12. Okay, so you change the period to 12. Make sure it's exponential. So I'm going to pick blue for this. So I'm going to pick blue for this, for the 12 EMA. All right. So before this now, let's bring in the third EMA, which is period 5. Go to moving average, click it. You have the dialog box. Type in 5. Make sure the period is 5. Okay. Then I'm going to pick black for this. Make sure it's also exponential and apply to close. All right. So you click OK. Now we have these 3 EMAs, guys. Now this is how it works. Look at it, guys. Whenever the 5 and 12 EMA cross each other, that is when we want to look for buy or sell signal. All right. That is when we want to look for buy or sell signal. Look at this area. You can see we have the cross, the 5, which is the black line. That is the 5 EMA. And the blue line is the 12 EMA. So we want to take a buy or sell once these 2 EMA crosses each other. All right. So whenever you see a cross to the upside, it indicates buy. Whenever I see it to the downside, it indicates sell. All right. But we don't want to take sell, or we don't want to take buy once the candles are below the 120 moving average. So we only want to look for sell. We only want to look for sell once the candles are below the 120 moving average. So in this case, we will ignore this signal, okay, because the candles are below the 120. So we only want to take the sell signal alone. Okay, I hope you guys are following. We will take only sell signal once the candles are below the 120 moving average. So this red line determines the entry we will take. Okay, because the candles, they are below the 120 moving average. So we will take only sell entry, which is this kind of cross. Okay, we won't take the one that is crossing up. We will only take the one that is crossing down, because the 120 moving average is above the candles. I hope this is clear. Okay, look at, guys. We won't take this. We won't take this one that is crossing up. We will only take the one that is crossing down. We only take the one that is crossing down, because this line will determine the direction. Okay, it will determine the direction because it is facing down, because it's telling us to sell. So we only look for sell entry. We will ignore the buy entry. Okay, so these are our entry. All right, this is our entry. For those of you who do not know, look at, this is a good profit right there. Look at a cross down, a massive profit. Look at a cross down, a massive profit. Okay, and then there was no signal around this place. All right, so now that is the third, that is the entry condition. All right, so the next indicator I'm going to bring out is RSI. Go to oscillators. You see relative strength index. Click on it. You have this dialog box. Let me reset everything. Okay. Now look at this, guys. This is it. So we say RSI must have period 21 and level 50. Sorry, period 21. I said level 21. Period 21. Let me go back to my notepad to correct that with you guys. RSI period 21 and level 50. Correct it in your notes, guys, please. Apology for the mix up there. Okay, we are using period 21, RSI period 21 and level 50. Okay, period 21 and level 50. So I'm going to switch back. So for our RSI, in the period space, you type in period 21, period 21. Okay, make sure it's applied to close. You don't want to select open or high. You want to leave it at close, all right? So then once you have this as period 21, switch to level. Switch to level. Normally, for those of you who are familiar with RSI and for those of you who are familiar with oscillators, you understand that we only have overbought and oversold, okay? But in this case, we don't want to use level 30 and 70, okay? After you leave the parameters, go to level. We don't want to use any of these. So you want to either remove it, okay? Remove it and add your own. So once you want to add it, remember we are using level 50. So you type in 50 in there. Type in 50. Type in 50. You may change this line to anything you like, okay? But make sure you have 50 right in here. So once you put it that way, click OK. So now this is what you have, guys. You can see we have level 50, okay? So this 50, it tells us once you see the RSI above the 50, it means market is up, all right? It means market is going up. Once you see it below the 50, it means market is coming down, all right, guys? So I'm going to explain this to you for those of you who do not understand the strategy, all right? Now, this is how it works. You want to take this one after the other. Let me see if I can see the, hold on, guys. Maybe, okay, somebody should please remind me before we end the session. I will put it in the chat for those of you who want it. I'll put the rules of the strategy in the chat for you, okay? But I'm here to add the upgrade to it. But let's continue. Now, this is how it works, guys. The rule says, once 120 moving average is above the candles, we want to look for buy. Sorry, guys, we want to look for sell. So now this is it. So we want to look for sell entry alone when 5 and 12 is crossing from the upside to the downside, which means once the black line is crossed from up, is crossing from up to the downside, all right, around this place, you can see we have a cross. Sorry, guys, I want to like make it bold so you can see. I don't want anybody to miss anything around here. Okay, now look at this. So around this place, you want to look for sell entry. All right. So the first thing you want to look at once you see this strategy is that where is the direction of the 120 moving average? If the 120 moving average is above the candle, it means you want to look for sell entry alone. So the moment this cross happens from upside to the downside, you want to check your RSI. If your RSI is not below 50, then you don't take that trade. Okay? So at the time the cross happens, you check your RSI. If RSI is below 50, then that is a good entry for you to sell. I hope this is clear, guys. I hope this is clear. So that is how you take your sell entry. But in a case whereby RSI is above this line, is above here, by the time this cross happens, then you want to ignore that trade. Okay? We want to be sure all the confirmations are in place. I hope this is clear. So that is not all, guys. I still have one other indicators to add to it for the continuation. Now, this is how this strategy works perfectly, guys. Listen to this information carefully before I add the other indicator to it. Okay? Once you understand this strategy very well, you won't have any problem with the other indicators I want to add to it, because that will only give you the opportunity to buy more. Or when you miss the first entry, you can use the other indicators to catch continuation entry. All right. Now, for you to use this strategy completely, guys, let's, for example, you want to trade on 1 hour. If you want to trade on 1 hour, it is very, very important for you to know where the trend is going to. So this strategy, we have added a filter time frame to it. What is a filter time frame? A filter time frame is a higher time frame that tells you the overall direction of the market. Okay? A filter time frame is a higher time frame that tells you the overall direction of the market. What do I mean by that? Now, we want to trade on 1 hour, which means if you want to, for us to either buy or sell, we are doing that on 1 hour. So for you to do that, you want to confirm the trend based on higher time frame. So how do you do that? Now, let me mark this area so you can be able to go back there easily. Okay, look at where I have my vertical line. So I'll use this area as an example. So for you to be able to take this type of entry, you want to know what the higher time frame is telling you in terms of direction. So you want to go to H4. You want to go to H4 first. Remember, by the time this cross happens, for you to even take this, to consider taking this trade first, the first thing you want to look out for is go to higher time frame, the next time frame, which is H4. Okay. Now on H4, what do you want to see? You only want to see one thing on H4, just one thing. What do you want to see on H4? You want to see the direction of the 120 moving average. On H4, if 120 moving average is above the candles, that is telling you that is a clear downtrend. I hope that is clear. That is telling you that is a clear downtrend that you can sell. Now you have confirmed this on H4, and this is the only thing you want to confirm on H4. You do not have anything to do with this one on H4. You do not have anything to do with this one on H4 because this is not your trading time frame. You are just using H4 as your filter time frame, which is your trend time frame. Guys, I hope this is getting clearer. I hope you are following. Now, you have been able to confirm on H4, which is higher time frame, that this is a downtrend. Then the next thing you want to do is go to the time frame you want to trade, which is 1 hour. So on 1 hour, which is this area where you have this cross. Now, once you come to 1 hour, the next thing you want to see after checking H4 is where is my 120 moving average facing on H1. Okay, and on H1 you can see this is also telling you that market is going down, which means it's above the candles. All right, so this has confirmed to you again that okay, this is good for a sell. You can sell. If H4 is telling you to sell and you come here, you see that candles and price is above, you don't want to take it. You leave it because they are contradicting. They are not in agreement. So you want to see H4 and H1 on with the 120 moving average telling you the same thing. If this one is telling you buy and this one is telling you sell, you want to leave it. You want to be sure that H1 is also telling you to sell, which means price is below the 120 moving average. So after you have been able to determine that, the next thing you want to see is that where is my RSI? If your RSI is above the 50 line, you don't want to take that trade. So in this case, you can see RSI is clearly below the 50 line. So this is a good one to sell. Guys, now, after you've determined that, remember, you have seen the cross right here already. This one has already confirmed to you that the cross has happened. So for you to even take the trade, you want to check your H4. Where is the direction? Is it selling on H4? If H4 says yes, come back to your trading time frame, which is 1 hour. Where is my 120 moving average? If this is selling you, it's telling you sell, which is something like this. As you can see, that is above the candles. It's telling you sell. Immediately you want to check your RSI. You can see if RSI says the same thing, which is below the 50 line, then it is good to take the trade. Then once you take the trade, you can see after the cross, you can see everything agreed for you to sell. You take a sell here. You can see after the sell, you can see how market dropped. Gave about 42 pips, and you risk about 17 to 20 pips, 17 pips, okay? Because this is where you're going to put your stop loss. Your stop loss will be above the high. I hope you understand, guys, okay? But in this case, the last low will be your first take profits, okay? Because there is no way the cross will come from the upside to the downside, giving you sell entry. There must be a low. So the low will be your first entry. For those of you who do not know, the low will be your first take profits. After the cross happens, the low will be your first take profits. I hope this is clear, guys. If you are following me and you are really catching up with this, type in yes in the chat. And if you have any question, let me know before I launch the order. If you have any question, put it in the chat, guys. Okay, good to know that you guys are following. So that is how it works for sell entry. Okay, now this is the upgrade we did to this strategy. So this is for those of you who do not understand candlestick pattern. So in this case right now, let me look. Okay, let's use this area. You can see, for those of you who understand candlestick pattern, this is a continuation for sell, bearish engulfing. Okay, this is a continuation for sell, bearish engulfing. You have a sell signal right here. Okay, as the trend is going, bearish engulfing confirms to you that this is going down. Okay, this is your sell entry, your stop loss. Let it go down. You can see. Now, this is another one right here. This is another one right here. This is a cross. Now, as for example, guys, you miss this cross. You can see this is a good sell right now. Let me try to mark it up. Look at. You can see RSI is below. The 120 moving average is above. And obviously, it's going to be below on 4 hours. Now, let's, for example, you miss this entry as your first entry. Okay, you can see the cross happen from the upside to the downside. You miss this entry. Don't panic. If you understand candlestick pattern, just wait to see a candlestick pattern like this, like bearish engulfing or bearish inside bar. Okay, this is where you catch your continuation move for those of you who will miss the first entry. All right, so this upgrade has been put to this to have those of you who do not understand candlestick pattern. This upgrade is designed for you. Okay, it's designed for you and me. So how does it work? We want to launch the next we want to launch stochastic oscillator. So go to oscillator. You can see, where is it? Look at stochastic oscillator. Click on it. You have the dialog box. Let me reset it. So the dialog box comes with 533. So you want to change it to 1433. All right, 1433. This is the only thing you need to change. Make sure it's 1433. All right, 1433. You don't want to change anything around here. You don't need to change anything. Okay, just 1433. So once you have that, you want to launch. All right, guys. I hope you are following. You want to launch. Now, pay attention to the upgrade is this. This is how it happens. Now, let's say around this place, you miss your first entry, all right? And it has gone. The moment you see the stochastic goes up again, let me try to enlarge it. Okay. The moment you see the stochastic goes up and crosses down, then you want to take your sell entry. Look at on the same spot right after this candle. Can you see that? Can you see, guys? Can you see? So right on the same spot, if you miss the first entry, just wait for stochastic to go back up. So the moment it crosses down like this, after the cross, then you take your trade on the next candle. So you can see the cross of the stochastic is on the same spot with the bearish candlestick pattern. Can you see, guys? If this is making some sense to you guys, type in 555 in the chat. Type in 555 in the chat if this is making some sense to you. Okay, good, good. So guys, that is the upgrade. So this will only tell you when market is going down. All right. So when you see the pullback into the moving average, you see the candles pull back into the moving average. You want to, by that time, stochastic has already crossed off. So you want to wait for it to cross down. So once it crosses down, then you take your trade. The moment you see a clear cross of that stochastic. So this is going to be your entry candle where I have this vertical line. This candle is going to be your entry candle. The moment it opens, so you're going to sell. You can see after you sold right here, look at it gave about 60 pips, and your stop loss is just above the candlestick. That is about 15 or 40 and 15. So that is about ratio 1 to 4. You risk 1 to get 4. Now it does not stop there. Look at this, guys. We have the same cross around this place. Look at where I have the vertical line. We have the same cross right here. You can see market still dropped. Okay, market still dropped right after this cross. But one thing is that you want to see the candle in between the 5 and 12 moving average for you to consider taking it. Okay, so when you see a cross, it will generally most of the time it will dish out a good profit. But for you to have good profit and to take proper entry, so you want to wait for the candles to travel back in between the 5 and 12 moving average. Okay, something like this around this area, you can see. So this one, stochastic has indicated a cross down for you to sell. You can still sell, but this will not give you a good a tight stop loss. So you want to wait, you want to see it to come in between the candles. Now you can see, look at another cross right here. You can see stochastic cross down again around this place, and still it gave another, it came down, right? So this is just for those of you who do not understand candlestick pattern. Don't look out for the candlestick pattern again for those of you who do not know. So while you are still trying to perfect how to recognize this, the candlestick pattern, so you can continue to use the stochastic cross for continuation alone. Okay, remember I said for continuation entry alone. So all this entry I've been showing you right from here is a continuation entry. This is the beginning of the trend. Okay, you miss this, look for continuation entry, which means stochastics to cross up. So on its way down, you join the trend. So look at another cross right here. Okay, so all the crosses that has been happening around here has been giving you a profit. So it has not gone in loss. So you can see this is where we have another cross. Okay, Now on this cross again, look at this is a clear bearish candlestick pattern. All right. So now from there again, you can see market still dropped. So when you see the cross of the stochastic, then take your sell entry. Look at it went up again, another cross right there. You still take another entry, market still dropped. All right. So now you can see the trend has changed. The 5 and 12 moving average crossed up. So at this point, you don't want to look at stochastic again. At this point, you want to look at 5 and 12 moving average. So by the time 5 and 12 moving average cross, by that time, before the cross happens, stochastic has already crossed. But in this case, you don't want to consider stochastic because this is your first entry. So by that time, you only want to look at your RSI and the 120 moving average. All right. I hope this is clear, guys. If what I'm sharing with you is clear, please let me know in the chat. If you have any question, please, if you have any question, let me know in the chat. Then I can bring you up. You ask your question. We still have the luxury of 20 to 30 minutes to talk more about this, so I can show you the uptrend. Okay. All my students know, those in our advanced class knows that I like to explain one aspect of a strategy very well, because once you understand one aspect of a strategy very well, it will be very, very easy for you to turn it upside down to generate the other side entry. So we are talking about sell entry right now. So when you have good knowledge about the sell entry, then you can turn it upside down for the buy entry. I hope this is clear. So let me know in the chat if you have any questions, guys. Somebody said very clear. Thank you so much. If you have any question, let me know. Type yes. Type a question if you have any question. Based on what we have discussed, I have taught you so far in the last 30 minutes. Type in question. Okay. In the absence of no question, let me know if this is clear to you guys. Type in clear if this is clear. Type in clear. Let me know. You either type in clear or question, either of the two. If you have any question, type in question. If it is clear, type in clear. Still waiting for you guys. Somebody said too clear. Thank you so much, Mr. Gbenga. So do we have only these two people in class? Okay. I'm so happy this is clear to you guys. So this is how to use the continuation, guys. So you don't get to miss, you don't just say, oh my God, I have missed this entry. Believe me, most of the time, when I look at, when I'm waiting for this cross to happen, when I miss it, maybe probably market has dropped. I said, okay, no, don't worry. I'll wait. What I do is that if I miss the entry, I'll wait for the pullback to happen. Then I'll make sure that whenever I see my candlestick pattern telling me the market is still dropping, that is what I look out for next. Then I go in. So with that, I don't get to miss all the trade entry. So if I miss the first one, I will not miss the second one. If I miss the second one, I will not miss the third one because I know it's still going to happen. All right, I know it's still going to happen. So this is the reason why I have to put in the stochastic, and I have tested this. I tested this a lot. After I back tested it, I tested it on live account. Okay, in December with about $180. Okay, and it generated within that month, it generated at least, was it not $70 within that month? Okay, so just to test it, to trade it live, to see its consistency, and it's really, really worth it. So guys, this is basically for those of you who do not understand candlestick pattern. So you can use this, but if you understand candlestick pattern, it's still the same thing. Okay, you understand bearish or bullish candlestick pattern, the stochastic cross will help you at the same time. So when you have the candlestick pattern telling you the market is still going down, that is the same time stochastic will cross. So for those of you who do not understand candlestick pattern, look out for the stochastic alone. All right, for the continuation, when you miss the entry for the first entry around here. All right, so don't get it mixed up, guys. I hope this is clear. Somebody said, how do I know the end of a trend? Yes, I know the strategy is working, Mr. Bartholomew. I know very well. To the glory of God, I'm the creator and I've been using this strategy for a very long time. So it's about 3 years plus now. When should I use the stochastic for a buy? Yes, we will go into the buy entry now. We have been talking about sell entry all through. Okay, we have been talking about sell entry, but I hope you have clear understanding about the sell entry. So the buy entry is just the opposite side of everything we have discussed. Opposite side. All right, but we are still going to go into that, but we are not going to spend much time as we have uh done on the sell side. All right, because the aim is just to make you understand it perfectly. You know the end of a trend when uh number two things you can do. You can use either your support and resistance to know the end of a trend. Okay, in fact, the support and resistance is even the best to know the end of a trend. I hope this is clear. But for you to know the end of a trend in another way, probably when you see the cross, okay, when you see the cross, you can exit your trade. This is another way you can exit your trade. Okay, uh the ultimate part of it is that try to understand support and resistance. So that is why we have the analysis is there to help you guys to know when market is most likely to get to. All right, but in most cases, 80% of the time, guys, trust me, I must say this. When you see a cross around here, okay, let's say this is a cross, this is the last low. This is the last low. When you see a cross around here for a sell, 80% of the time, markets will come, it will come to the last low. 80% of the time, not 100%, and nothing is 100% in forex. 80% of the time, and you can see markets came there. And during this period, you can see you have another sell entry right here. All right, came there. So it will definitely come. So this is one way, if you understand the strategy very well, this is one way you can keep making money with this strategy. All right, so now look at, we have a small cross right here. There is a cross right here. If I should zoom it out, there is a cross right here. This is the last low. You can see market came in there. 80% of the time it will come there. So when you take a sell entry right here, all right, your stop loss above here, then your first take profit will be the last low, which is this one. Then you leave the other one to continue running. But remember to break even to protect your profit after you have taken your first profit. So protect your capital for the second trade. So then you leave it to run. All right. But guys, when you see something like this in a ranging market, something like this, you don't want to trade around this place. All right. So I hope this is clear. So let's move to the buy side. Let me look for another pair that is buying right now. Where is Euro Swiss franc? Let me look for another pair that is buying right now. I think Euro Swiss franc is on the buying side right now. Okay, now guys, look at this. Look at this Euro Swiss franc. Now, the cross is here to happen. You can see the 120 moving average is facing up. So for you to start looking for a trend right here, the first thing you want to look at is go to H4. So on H4, you can see price is already above the 120. All right. Let me use this kind of example for you guys so that you can understand some logic. So you can see price is already above the 120 moving average on H4, which is your filter time frame. So you go to H1. So on H1, you can see is already above it. Okay, but there is no clear entry right in between. Okay, so in a case like this, you want to wait for market to pull back, which is the 5 and 12 moving average to cross down. So on its way up, you catch your first entry. But when you miss the first entry, you use the stochastic. All right, you miss the first entry, then you catch the stochastic to the upside. But before you see the stochastic, you must wait for market to pull back before you use the stochastic. All right, so when you wait for market to pull back, then it will give you good opportunity. All right, so you want to use the stochastic when market is seriously is in a good trend. Okay, in a good trend like this, market is going down like this, which means several candles are below it. You don't want to use it when you see something like this. All right, so you may want to test this on demo first before you put it on your live account. Let me look for another pair that has good trend. Okay, I think this one will be fine. Okay, good. Look at this, guys. Let's use Euro JPY. Euro JPY around here. Few seconds, guys. Few seconds, guys. So look at this, guys. This is the strategy. The first thing you want to see, let's assume the cross, there is no cross around here. Okay, let's take this one as a cross. Let's assume this is a cross. Let's assume this is a cross. All right, let's assume this is a cross. Now, cross from downside to the upside. That's what I mean, from downside to the upside. So this is a buy entry. How do you take the buy entry? You want to see the 120 moving average below the candles, right? So for you to take this, the first thing you want to do is go to H4. What is H4 telling us? You can see this is where I have the vertical line, where the cross happened. Now, around this place, you can see 120 moving average is below the candles. I hope you are following. So this is a clear signal that market is going up. So when 120 moving average is below the 120, it's telling us that market is going up. This is the only thing you want to check on H4, which is your filter time frame. So then the next thing, go to 1 hour, which is your trading time frame. So now this is where we have the cross to the upside. Now the next thing I want to check is where is my 120 moving average on H1, which is my trading time frame. So you can see it is very, very clear that market is going up, which means 120 moving average is below the candlestick. All right, this is telling us that market is going up. It means 120 moving average on filter time frame, which is H4 and H1, both of them are in alignment. Both of them agree that market is going up. So once you consider that, the next thing we want to check is where is RSI. So RSI is above the 50 line. So this is a good one for us to buy. So after the close of the candle to the upside, then you take your buy entry. All right, you take your buy entry, then your stop loss below the last low. All right, so in this case you can see the high is very, very close. Then you target the next high beside here, which is this one. If the high is too close, like this one, then you target the next one, which is this. You can see it's still very far. Where is it? No, no, which is this? I think I picked the right, the, which is this one. You can see market is almost there. Okay. I hope this is clear, guys. So for the continuation, look at, you can see if you miss this, let's for example you have missed this. Now you can see stochastic has crossed down. So for you to use the continuation, you must have seen a cross of both the 5 and 12 moving average. I hope this is clear, guys. So now you can see this is where we have the cross of the stochastic. Stochastic has gone down. So when the blue line crosses the red line to the upside, then you take your trade. You can see right after that, market boom again. So that is how you take your entry with that. I hope this is clear, guys. So I hope the buy entry is clear to you guys. So do we have any question in the chat? Do we have anything that is not clear? Let us know in the chat, guys. So you want to use the stochastic after the cross of the EMA has happened. Okay, so stochastic will give you the next entry, but you want to see the candle comes back into the two moving average. All right, in something like this, you can see it has come back into the moving average. You can see the cross happen right here. Look at it, guys. Can you see the cross? You can see that stochastic has crossed around this place. Hold on, guys. Oops. Can you see? So after this candle, you can see the cross of stochastic. Can you see? So you take your buy entry. Then you are waiting for the price to keep going up. I hope this is clear, guys. So if you have any question in the chat, let us know. So I'm very happy. If this is clear, type in clear in the chat. If it is not clear, type in question. So let me bring you up to ask your question. If you have any question. Guys, if you are still with me on the same page, if this is clear, let me know in the chat. So now there's nothing like you are missing a trade anymore. All right, there's nothing like you are missing a trade. And the big announcement is that for those of you on the call, I want to give let me say I want to give 2 weeks from now, from tomorrow till on the 10th. Okay, let's say from tomorrow, 2 weeks. Let's leave it at 2 weeks. For those of you who are interested, I want to give you guys 2 weeks free signal alert, okay, based on the King strategy. So how does the signal work? How does it work? Let me use this clear one as an example. How does it work? The signal will only come to you whenever the 5 and 12 EMA crosses each other. The signal will only come to you whenever the 5 and 12 crosses each other. Now, for example, when 5 crosses to the upside, it will send a signal to you. When it crosses to the downside, it will send a signal to you. But this is just to let you know that there is a cross between 5 and 12 moving average. Now, it is now your responsibility to trade according to the strategy. I hope this is clear, guys. It is now your responsibility to trade according to the strategy. So obviously, in this case of this kind of market condition, when you have an alert of a cross for this entry, you already know that you will not take that, you won't take that signal. All right, you only want to take when it's coming down. So when it's also coming down, it will send an alert to you. So when you receive alert and you see that it's crossing up, which means 120 moving average is above, then you will ignore. So you want to wait for the next one. When it sends to you that it crosses from the upside to the downside, then you know that you have to go in. So this will ensure that you don't miss that first entry. That first entry is very, very important. Honestly speaking, it's very, very important because that is the origin of the trend, and it can give you a lot of profit compared to when you join in between. I hope this is clear, guys. Now for the upside, for the buy side, whenever you see that it's a cross, you receive the signal, and the signal shows that when you open your MT4, the signal shows that it crosses down. You know that you won't take it. You only want to take buy entry when it's going up. I hope this is clear, guys. If what I'm sharing with you is clear, let me know. If there is something that is not clear to you, let me know in the chat. Yes, it's tradable on anything. Probably in the next 2 weeks, we will have a session where you can also scalp with this strategy. Probably in the next 2 weeks or before the end of February, we may have a session where you can where you can scalp with this strategy. You can use this strategy on any time frame. But okay, now if you want to use 15 minutes, you must use 1 hour as your filter time frame. Okay, you must use 1 hour as your filter time frame. You can also take your entry on 30 minutes and use 4 hours as your filter time frame. But believe me, 1 hour is more accurate. It's more accurate with 4 hours. I hope this is clear. 1 hour is more accurate with 4 hours compared to 30 minutes. But obviously, you can take entry on 30 minutes as well. All right. And if you want to trade on 4 hours, use daily as your filter time frame. I hope this is clear. So for those of you who want to scalp, use 5 minutes as your entry. But be careful, guys. If you want to scalp, only use 5 minutes. Do not say because you are using filter time 4 hours filter time frame and you not enter on 5 minutes. It may give you false. Uh, you may see market reverse. All right, you may see market reverse and it's your stop loss. So when you use 4 hour and 1 hour, based on our back testing, 1 hour is more accurate. And you all will agree with me that higher time frame controls the lower time frame. So once 1 hour crosses, it's more stronger than the rest. Although these ones will give you good early entry, but at the same time, you will have several false signal around this place. So which means market may cross and return back immediately compared to when you have it on 1 hour. So 1 hour may cross and a lot of time it will keep going in that direction. So that is why I prefer to trade this on 1 hour, and that is why we recommend you trading it on 1 hour. So for those of you who are busy, you can use 4 hours and daily. You are busy at work, this is that. So you know that for for you to even look at the market is every 4 hours. So and there's no way you can spend 12 hours at work. All right. So if you are too busy, you can use 4 hours and use daily as your filter time frame. If you are not too busy, then 1 hour is more, it's in between. It's not too fast and it's not too late. All right. So I hope this is clear. So for those of you who are interested to add the free signal, chat me up after the training, chat me up. Then you are going to give me your mobile MT4 number. I'm going to direct you how to get that on your mobile MT4 number. Then you're going to send it to me. Then we'll do the necessary configuration. Then once market opens and cross happens, you start receiving the signal. So the signal will come to you once there is a cross. Then you see it right on your mobile MT4 that 5 and 12 EMA has crossed. And the joy of this is that I am taking this upon myself. The joy of it is that I will be screening the market based on the strategy. Okay, now, for example, we have the analysis. So all the pairs we analyze will be for the signal. Okay, so on Wednesday again, once we analyze the market, we see the potential ones that are about to happen. So those are the ones we will put in for the signal as well. So you don't just receive signal for the pairs that are not so good to trade. So that is one of the good advantage of this now. So for example, we say most of the AUD pairs are good ones to sell this coming week. So the AUDs will be among the pairs you will receive the signal whenever there is cross. And this is going to be for all the pairs we analyze and all the pairs we see that, okay, these pairs are good. Okay, those are the ones you receive this cross alert for. Okay, and we are not going to put the ones that we see that they are not good to buy or sell, even if the cross happen. We are not going to put those ones there. So these are the things I take upon myself, guys. So this is going to open for 2 weeks for those of you who really want to take advantage of that. Then after 2 weeks, if you feel you want to continue receiving the seed, then it's going to be a paid service. Okay, I hope this is okay for you guys. So the 2 weeks is just for you to know how it works, so you don't get to mix any trade opportunity anymore. I hope this is clear, guys. So if you really want to take that, let me know in the chat. If you really want to take the free signal alert for 2 weeks, let me know in the chat. Trust me, this is going to help you guys a lot. It's going to help you guys a lot. So let me know in the chat. So if you really want to take the 2 weeks free signal, let me know. All right. So guys, just chat me up after the class. Okay. I'm going to direct you how to get your mobile number which you send to me. So that is what we will configure. Then once market opens and there is a cross based on all the pairs we analyze, you start receiving the signal. So once you receive the signal, either buy for sell. So it is your responsibility. I say it again. It is your responsibility to trade it according to the strategy. All right. I hope this is clear, guys. I hope this is clear. So if today's session has been a lovely one to you, let me know in the chat. Type in 555 in the chat if today's session has been a lovely one to you. Type in 555 in the chat. Type in 555 in the chat if today's session has been a lovely one to you. All right, I'm so happy to have you guys. I'm so happy to have you guys, and this is how we'll be rolling. The goal is to make sure that you guys make money. So it is not all about free. All right. Yes, it is important you watch the replay so that you can understand it very well. It's going to be on our YouTube before the end, probably this night or tomorrow morning. It's going to be on the YouTube channel. So we'll put that. I understand a lot of people they don't want to come. They are waiting for YouTube, for the videos on YouTube. That is no problem about that. We'll put it on YouTube. But the opportunity you guys will have will be different from those who watch YouTube. So they don't get to ask questions. So nobody will now come and ask me questions that is out of the class, and I won't even answer such person, except those that I know that we are present in the class. Those are the ones that will give audience in any question they feel like asking after the class. So guys, once again, for those of you who are really interested to take the affiliates and partnership, take it upon yourself to help others. Okay, for even you may have not been making money, this is one way for you to be more serious and dedicated in your trading career. Okay, because the moment you know that you are helping someone, you will tend to take it serious. All right, you won't take negligence of what you need to take care of. All right, so this is another way. When you are helping others, you're automatically helping yourself. I do tell all our students, uh, when I teach you, I'm also learning from you indirectly. That is one thing you guys don't know. So when I help you, I'm also helping myself in. All right, so guys, if you are interested, let's chat about this. We have 7 more spaces to go for this. 3 is already gone. We are looking for 10 affiliates. It's not all about having on serious affiliates, serious ones that are ready to work to impact life in their areas and every other space. All right. So thank you so much for having me today. I look forward to see you guys next week Sunday. I still remain your host. My name still remain Abolade Adekola, the King Maker. So thank you so much and see more of you on the group. Thank you and bye bye for now.